Yeah, we live. We gonna let everybody get in for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody get in. Niggas just talking shit. I apologize for the tardiness, but you know, shit ain't always the easiest. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get shit set up. The sound set up.
Y'all ain't doing shit, no.
Yeah, y'all ain't doing shit. What's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all ain't doing nothing.
Nah, I'm just playing. Y'all don't click off here.
Man, I went to New York, man. Definitely an experience. Fuck this nigga talking about.
Nigga say you sanitized, nigga.
Definitely sanitized.
Hey, bro, so what'd you think about New York?
New York, I loved it.
For real?
I loved it, man. I just knew I was gonna hate it, but you know what? I probably would have had like different type of energy going, but like when I posted up I was going, everybody started coming and saying like New York whack as fuck, New York lame, it's rats everywhere, it's this, that, and the third, it stink, it's what, all this shit. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it my business to go, and I'm gonna make sure I have a good time. Like I'm gonna make sure that the energy good, positive, just, you know, as it should be on vacation. So
I mean, New York, I liked it. Well, that's nowhere I'm rushing to get back to. Like, if I don't get there back for another 10, 15 years, I'm cool.
oh, damn. No. I'm going
like, there's a lot of other places that I like
better than New York.
So you said whole
I mean,
decade
New York was
and a
my
half.
favorite place.
Like, I'm just saying, like, there's nothing there that's like, oh, I gotta rush back to get to this.
I'm definitely going back to New York next year.
Yeah.
Like, what did it?
I still didn't get to go to Queens, and there was a lot of shit they said went on in Queens. Like a lot of hot spots was in Queens, so I want to go there. I didn't get to go to like Canal Street. You know what I'm saying? Buy me some fake Buffies and shit. Some
I'm saying,
fake
if I want to
glasses
go there
and
to
shit.
shop, then that's cool, but I'm not a shopping nigga.
I'm just talking about just as a good time there. I was at the Rucker, but I want to like watch the games. Like it's Dykeman. I didn't get to hit Dykeman. So it's like a lot of different places I still like didn't really get to pop out at, but
yeah, like I do want to catch a Rucker game. I was like,
I mean,
I can catch it eventually. You know, I want to see some water and some women.
I mean, but it's water. It's water in New York.
Nigga, they don't even go to see that water.
Shouts out to New York, man.
I was gonna say New York. Now, if I'm trying to go eat, oh no, nigga, I'm going to New York. Like, I ate good as fuck when I was out there.
That's one thing. New York got some good food.
New York definitely got some good ass food. That's why it's like, I mean, I still got other places I want to go, but I'm going to New York too. Like I still got some shit on my list.
New York turned me on to empanadas. I ain't never had a peanut butter and jelly empanada, a steak empanada, and something else at 3 o'clock in the morning in Spanish Harlem.
That's another thing.
I'm
like
nigga.
That's another thing too. Like ain't shit closed. Like even when I went to Harlem though, like I think it's different because Harlem was a little slow, but it's definitely like when you go outside the boroughs, maybe instead of Brooklyn, besides Brooklyn, like I can tell like the boroughs are a little slower than being in Manhattan. Like even though that's in Manhattan, but like that part of Manhattan, but. It wasn't, it also, when I was in Harlem, it was like Friday in the middle of the day, like a work day. So it was kind of chill. When I went to Brooklyn, when I went to Bushwick, that motherfucker was rolling though. On Saturday, in the middle of the day, that motherfucker was popping. Like, that motherfucker was going off. So, I mean, it was cool though, overall. I fought with New York. So, I mean, we get it started. Yeah. Episode 107, we back.
Episode motherfucker 107.
It's been a long 2 weeks, man. I still gotta write down some topics as we go, cause goddamn, it's just been. Happening. I hit the flow and kept running, but I got what we got. What's the first thing y'all want to talk about? Like, what's been on y'all mind? What's the biggest thing that's been on y'all mind? Y'all want to talk about? Cause this is 2 weeks. You know what?
Did anybody die?
R.I.P. to yeah, I know who y'all was.
Jesus Christ.
Now I'm trying to remember. It was somebody that died last week.
Man, let's talk about. Fuck it, we don't know. You know, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Olivia Newton-John, Grease. If you know, you know.
Okay, yeah, that's one of Jasmine's favorite movies and shit. Even though I'll never see her watch that shit.
Star Wars, Star Trek, Star Wars. I don't Foxy, but she died too.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Oh no, old boy from Godfather.
The comedian dude too.
Was it the Godfather?
No disrespect.
Oh, shouts out Teddy Ray. I mean, R.I.P. Teddy Ray, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Ray, funny ass dude.
R.I.P. to him. I used to see his shit online, like
Funny.
his clips. That nigga was funny as fuck.
Yeah, he didn't get his time, but
32 too, man. That's my age, bro. He drowned too.
yeah, sad.
Was he like in a lake or something?
He
was in a pool.
Some community pool.
I don't even know what happened, like how that happened or what. But I say this real quick. I know like this shit was random, but one day I was tweeting like if you like in your 30s and shit, or just as an adult, especially if you got kids, I suggest y'all go learn how to swim for real. Like somebody between you and the mama, somebody gotta know how to swim.
Yeah, I'm about to go to my son.
Yeah, everybody need to know how to swim right now. But if you in your 30s, it's one thing if you don't know how to swim, but if you got kids, you need to go learn how to swim for real. Cause it's gonna be one time they scare shit out of your ass. I ain't gonna lie. But let's get to this one. I thought this was interesting. I wanted to talk about this one. It was really some shit that happened last week, but in Atlanta it was back to school weekend for Atlanta and DeKalb County. And Baby and 21, they had their own, back to school drives and shit. They were successful. Everybody was appreciative. And then on the southwest side of town, during that time was a baseball game going on. And I don't know what happened, but the adults started arguing and some shots let off. And 2 adults end up dying and a 6-year-old got shot. I'm not sure. They didn't say that the 6-year-old died. He was in critical condition. So 21 then went online on Twitter and he said, Atlanta, put the fucking guns down. And then everybody immediately started tweeting him all his lyrics about shooting people, spinning the block, shooting ops. Like, I remember he had one that I tweeted one. He said, I got straight bullets hitting kids while they playing hopscotch. That's what he said. Like,
he said that. I knew he said that.
He said that. And we go, what? That was like one of the first, that was on that,
But he wasn't saying put the guns down back then. That's different.
I mean, you go listen to the last one. He's like, dude. Have you ever noticed that 21 Savage? I'm not exaggerating. He is the most violent rapper in Atlanta. Like he's literally like an Atlanta drill rapper. Like 70 to 80% of his music is about murder. But that's neither here nor there. So then he got online because he tweeted that his music is just entertainment. And he said that it's not an instruction manual to go out and kill somebody. I'm an artist.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got online on Instagram Live because people were not having it with him. And he kind of doubled down on it. That was the first time I really seen 21 seem like he was a little emotional. But he was saying basically like, we don't say that about like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. We don't say that about, what's the reality television, but for whatever reason, we hold the rappers to a certain standard. Like, why do we hold the rappers to a certain standard? And he's saying like he's just an entertainer. He's not saying that this is his life. What do we think about it? Is he a hypocrite? Like, what's y'all breakdown of the situation?
Well, obviously he's not the same 21 as he was when he came in. Vlad interview, it's a knife. That type time per se, right? He has his, he's rich. He traveled the world. He's a celebrity. He's different. He's in different circles. I'm assuming he's still not living in, East Atlanta. So I would say he's have a different perspective, but I don't think it was wise for him to say that without considering the fact that that's the message you promote in your music, right? Mm-hmm. So if you want to go, that's the entertainment route. It's not real. You're saying that now, but the difference between rappers and like actors, mm-hmm. it's known that that's just for acting. Mm-hmm. I'm not like Arnold Schwarzenegger not walking around with machine guns in real life. Mm-hmm. He's not Terminator in real life. He's playing a role and he's promoting a movie. Mm-hmm. Versus rappers, a lot of them promote that lifestyle. They promote their image. It's a difference when a lot of them say, no rap cap. This ain't a song when you saying that. That's an interview. Yeah. So it's like if you promote that lifestyle, so there's some rappers that be like, no, that's just rap. This is rap. No, I just rap. I'm just entertainment. You saying that now, but have you been consistent with that message?
Yeah.
So if you haven't been consistent with that message, people are not gonna. That's where you get all this wrong, right message, wrong messenger, hypocrite shit. So it's like if you stand on that now and you separate, say, hey, I don't live that lifestyle. This is just entertainment. Don't take what I say outside of the raps, or don't take what I say inside the raps as literal. So I won't mind as mad at that, but nah, just too early.
I just don't think that was the message. Like when he say, this is either things I've seen, I've done, but it's all past tense. It's not what I'm presently doing in my life. Like,
in the music?
Yeah. I'm going off what he said in his statement.
Okay. Well, I mean, but it's contradiction though in the music.
I mean, he's talking about shit that's happened or shit that he saw.
Ahead. Finish your point.
So, like, my whole thing is, at the end of the day, anybody that's listening to rap music that should be of the age of listening to rap music, which we all started listening to it at a very young age that we probably shouldn't have been. But you gotta use some common sense too. Like, you think just because he said this shit, you supposed to go do it? Like, you supposed to be that easily influenced just to go do what some niggas say on a rap song? Like, and I know y'all niggas y'all about to tear my ass up on this one. Pause. But
yeah, I ain't tearing shit up.
I said pause, nigga. But my thing is, like, you gotta use some common sense. At the end of the day, this nigga has really been on, the past couple years has been on some shit trying to get people to go in the right direction. Like, he's been preaching the right shit. He ain't been on that rah-rah shit. You ain't heard nothing about 21 getting no legal trouble, 21 doing this, 21 doing that.
But that's
so
kind of like,
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So you said he's been promoting the right message. He's been doing all that. What do you think his biggest platform is the last couple of years? His music or his off the music? For kids' point of view. If I'm in middle school, what avenue do I hear is more 21 Savage?
Honestly, if we don't hear that nigga on the feature, it's gotta be interviews and shit.
So you think?
He barely do interviews.
So you think the most
music?
He dropped the album.
He dropped the album. What you mean? People is listening to 21 more than anything in the music. Than anything. That's his biggest platform is the music.
But I will say this before Justin go. I don't know the correlation between hip hop music and violence. Because I do think that's not fair. Because video games have hella violence. You Call of Duty don't kill way more niggas than a hip hop song.
Keyword games. It's just that we put it like this. I'm gonna get in my point. The thing about it, unfortunately, is rap music blurs the lines. Like it blurs. Like within the culture, we put it like this. When you watch an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Like you said, we know what acting is. And how many movies have we seen Arnold Schwarzenegger in the hood? You feel me? Like, we know that it's not nothing relatable that Arnold Schwarzenegger is doing to these kids in these environments that is remotely inspiring to them.
Are you saying Arnold Schwarzenegger or movies about violence?
It might be some movies like
Scarface.
I'm sure like when you watched fucking Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, I'm sure that those movies were very influential to the street culture. I'm sure they were, but right now we don't really see movies like that right now coming out. Right now that would be an argument, but they kept on talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger in movies and shit like that.
Yeah, that wasn't the smartest one.
That's not good. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not. We're not saying that. This is the problem with. They weren't taking accountability because it was like nobody said that those things are not influential. To me, I felt like they were deflecting what the people were trying to say. The people were trying to tell 21 Savage, you can't tell people to put the gun down and then turn around in your next song and say
slide.
Basically, yeah, talking about shoot your mama house, shoot your grandma house, keep shooting until somebody die. So many shots, the neighbor looked at the calendar, thought it was 4th of July. You was at your school playing football. I was playing around with that fire. You can't say that.
Do they not fall on the parents like not being easily?
Of course, man, but we know that your mama can tell you anything. You still gonna We get that. We
like,
all know.
Why were you addressing the parent? Address 21. Like, so you're saying he has no
like it's music,
contradiction?
It's music. Like it's another form of
niggas is calling him a hypocrite. That's all. It's like you gonna preach about.
I guess that's what the point we're talking about. Is it hypocritical?
I don't think so. Especially because he put the statement out saying like, "Yo,
it's not real.
This is either shit I did or I saw."
Man, listen, bro. That's cool and all, bro.
I mean, all the way back to
that's
if
cool
I'm not
and all,
mistaken,
bro.
I maybe said Scarface said the same shit.
That's cool and all. Like we not saying
that I did, I lived, or I saw it. Not that I'm doing presently.
Man, we not saying shit. We not sitting here saying that 21 Savage is responsible for all a million things. But I watched the interview. I watched the interview with 21 Savage where he said Alley Boy used to be his favorite rapper at one point because he used to love to listen to that nigga when it was time to go slide. And he would go when he was living that life and he was committing crimes, living a life of crime. So don't tell me, you said that out of your mouth. So that means that Alley Boy influenced you to do the things that you were doing. It motivated you to continue to do the things that you were doing. So if you know you've basically been 16 years old before, 17 years old before, 15 years old before.
To these middle school, high schoolers, man.
And this shit basically influenced you to have a certain type of behavior, then don't sit around here. And matter of fact, when you first came out, you didn't say, I'm just an entertainer.
No, you was promoting that.
You was
living that lifestyle.
I'm a gangster. 21 Savage was the most serious, scariest nigga in the game when he first came out. That used to be the beefs he would catch with niggas. They'd be like, why this nigga always think he's so serious? Like he try to be a street nigga 24/7. So don't wait until you get rich and you done made so much money off the game, influenced all these people, and you comfortable in your home now.
Away from that, you telling them niggas to put the gun down. Yeah,
then you talking about, put the gun down. I'm just doing entertainment.
That's ass. That's
ass. Come on, bro. Like you just, so basically you saying you use the culture.
Nigga can say some wild shit and then say the right shit, but he can't say the right shit because of the shit that he said in his past.
It's not about the past, nigga. Just as recently.
But can a nigga say
his last song? He was talking about
Crips and then have a blue bandana on?
Yeah, like, come on, bro. Don't know. Is it? He's a blood. He hang out with blood.
He said put the guns down.
And then he's saying get the slide in the same music. Wow. And then he's screaming he's now saying it's entertainment. But he wasn't saying that when he first came. He just now started saying that.
Exactly, Zay. That nigga 21 make you want to go slide.
Put the guns down. So what's the difference?
Pull up it out.
Alright.
That's what you said.
I get it. He said that shit right after that song.
His last song to date, he was on that, what you call a remix, that Nardo Wick. What was the Nardo Wick song? He talking about shooting and shit, bro. What are you talking about?
Alright, man. What's the next topic?
Now all of a sudden,
that was the next topic.
Whenever this nigga get wrong, he was.
I ain't wrong. Like I still stand on what I said.
I listen.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
However you wanna have it, that's fine. I'm just saying that it's a total contradiction. That's the only thing
he tried to put a positive in that shit.
Listen, we know 21. I'm gonna put it like this, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. He said on there, hey, what if I started rapping about positive shit and gospel and shit, y'all wouldn't like what I'm rapping about. That to me shows that you really don't trust your skills.
Shit, baby.
Kanye rapped about it. Baby rapped about it.
Baby tried it and said I'll never do this shit again.
No, he said he wouldn't rap about the president and politics. He did a song with motherfucking Kirk Franklin and niggas was bumping that shit. It was all over the radio. It was successful. I appreciated that. I ain't saying 21 you gotta do that, but I'm just saying when you say stuff like that, it's kind of sound a little cowardish to me. Cause you basically saying, I'm gonna keep rapping about shit that I don't do, but this music can influence kids.
And then at the same time, say don't pick up the guns.
Yeah, I mean like don't play with guns.
Nah, that shit whack.
That shit whack, bro. If you really feel it, that's like if you rapping about some shit you don't want to rap about.
Don't rap about it.
Then rap about what you want to rap about. Don't be a coward.
Like you can still be there's ways to be creatively and not goddamn be a fucking serial killer.
Yeah, so I just thought that I was like, I ain't really respect that. 21 Savage still my nigga. I just think that it is hypocritical. Now I think as fans we are hypocritical too.
That's a fact.
I don't think that shit hypocritical.
We definitely hypocritical, bro. I sit there and I watch it. We might as well get to this since I'm gonna say this. We sit there and I listen to King Von all the fucking time, bro.
Nigga menace.
And it just keep coming out every year. The police got his name on some bodies that he committed. I can't stop rapping. I try to, when I listen to his music, I don't ever say when he say Tuka name, I don't ever say the Tuka line. But it's like, damn, like I kind of miss the nigga making music. You know what I mean? So we are hypocritical. I'm not saying 21 the only person hypocritical. We all gotta be blamed for it. But I'm just saying, nigga, we gotta call a spade a spade. 21, you hypocritical. So, King Von, it came out that another body, they had the paperwork on him. People, it sounds like the people are so scared. We're so scared of him when he was in the community that the witnesses would not say anything, and that's how he was beating bodies and not even going to jail for bodies and whatnot. But it seems as if the witnesses are now coming to the police and saying things. So he's like suspected. He's in the paperwork, even though it's not really going to do anything. I guess they're trying to close cold cases. But this is the third one so far since he's died.
I heard,
and people have counted like 10 bodies on this nigga.
I heard what's going on is something that we talked about. Snitch on your dead homie. People are saying that's. Some of that, it's like some of the codees are like, oh, that was fine. And then
shit, smart man. They smart. Shit.
I mean, like, and speaking on that, if that's part of the gangster code, if that's the cheat code, I didn't know about it. That's all, I guess.
Man, listen, motherfucker, put it like this: the police want to close cases. They want stats.
Yeah, fast.
You know what I'm saying? They want to stop getting harassed by the victim's parents, sisters, shit like that.
If they can find somebody to place it on, they're gonna place it on.
Yeah, so and it's just too many murders to keep up with in Chicago. Not enough resources.
If they want to put them all on Vaughn, go ahead.
I mean, Vaughn to tell you himself, bro. That nigga he even said it. He said, talk about bodies. I got a few, 4 + 3, 3 + 2. That's what nigga said. He ain't saying nothing.
That nigga started doing algebra and that shit.
Yeah, this nigga out here counting up the bodies, like, you know what I mean. So, I said something and the nigga tried to argue me a job.
Would y'all be mad?
What?
If I was still here.
Oh, hell yeah. He can't never talk about putting the guns down.
That nigga need to go.
Go turn yourself in.
Go turn yourself in.
Go turn yourself in
and admit to your crime.
It's not snitching if you telling on yourself.
Nigga, it's still snitching on yourself.
I don't care. But
you can tell on yourself. It's the same thing as snitching, right?
No.
You're telling on yourself.
If you killed somebody and I go to the police and be like, nobody in the streets is gonna label you a snitch. They might say, damn, you stupid, or they're gonna be like, oh, this nigga honorable, like he stood on his shit. Like, but no, you're not a snitch. Like, niggas is not gonna be like, I don't want to be around you.
Telling, I don't know.
That's not snitching, man. You owned up to the crime you committed. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, but no, he don't need to tell anybody to put the guns down. He need to turn himself in.
What? I wish King Von would say some shit like that. But is King Von, is that the craziest story like in hip hop for real? No pun intended. Is that the craziest story? Like, is he like the most dangerous rapper that we've ever heard of?
He's the realest rapper we ever heard of.
Okay.
I don't want to speak like, I don't know if the term is hyperbole or just like without thinking. I'm sure there's some other niggas that was crazy that we just not.
Are they serial killers?
I'm saying their stories.
We don't like.
They stories that proof. We have the proof that
King Von is a serial killer.
His stories that he said that he told.
No, trust me, I've seen the documentaries. I put
him on the top 3 storytellers of all time.
He's wild. I'm not even talking about the music. I'm talking about
his shit is real.
Him going on Twitter and anytime somebody die, he you know what I'm saying. So, but I'm sure there's somebody else who's doing Fed time that was out here catching bodies that if we just put our thinking caps on, we can come up with a name.
Yeah, but I might know a rapper who caught a body, but I don't know rappers who caught like 7. Hell, I don't even know rappers who got 3 bodies in the paperwork, like just official paperwork. And then if you just go to his Twitter from years ago, like for the last 10 years, you know that this nigga was out here catching more bodies than that. The whole hood was scared of him. Even his ops be like, nah, King Von it was for real. Even in jail, it wasn't even just like on some shooting shit. Niggas be like, nah, he could fight. They were saying he never gave an op a pass in jail. Like all the stereotypical shit that like a rapper is a street nigga supposed to be like in the rap industry, he's really that. There's really proof behind that.
Nobody
like
talking down on him. Talking about,
yeah,
nah, that nigga was a lie.
You can even now the people that diss Von right now, they diss him after he died. The only person I seen consistently maybe even going at it with him, and that was FBG Duck. Everybody else that's smoking on Von, you see King Lil J going to the mural, FBG Cash went to the mural. These niggas was crickets when Von was alive, bro. Like, that's crazy to me. I definitely think, I don't want to say real, I get what you're saying. Just in my perspective, I guess it is real to the streets.
Nigga was
so
a menace.
Right. I'm not saying like.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. No, I know what you was trying to say. I wasn't trying to.
I'm just saying like.
Yeah. He's real
as nigga. I said this shit. I really did this shit. Like,
yeah.
A lot of niggas tell stories. This nigga tells stories that he actually did.
And to the standards of the street, basically.
Yeah,
like the street.
Like I said, like I'm not the biggest fan of Biggie, but this nigga told stories. He a great storyteller.
Stories wasn't really true all the time though.
It might have been a little extra added into the stories to make it.
Which I'm sure Von probably added a little extra.
Yeah, but when you look at the biggest, if you look at the climax of his stories, that shit is real.
Yeah.
Man, they need to make a movie out of that nigga.
They really do. They really should be.
Just wait on it. It's coming.
I would hate to be a victim of family member. I don't even know if you can make a movie
out of that because like. There's no positive ending. Like usually in like the rap movies, like remember Tubi. Yeah, that's gotta go to Tubi. That shit gotta go straight to goddamn Tubi.
Maybe not even a movie, like a biography.
Yeah, because when you think about it, like
then you can just be real. You don't have to have no.
Because most rapper movies, like you see how like they made Tupac before he died, like it was kind of like I'm feeling good going.
Yeah, feeling sorry. Nah.
Or like Biggie was like I'm cool with Kim again.
Yeah,
I want to see all my kids. Fly my kids.
That ain't happening.
Me and my wife is cool now.
That's the family adding that shit in the story.
But like you could, technically you could.
You could.
Talk to all my kids.
You could like his album coming out, he promoting it, and then he get caught up. What I'm saying is, it won't be real. It won't be real.
It won't be real. That nigga was dissing the day before that.
How bad? Like if y'all was in that lifestyle, like Ron, how pissed off would you be once you died to know you got killed by the nigga you got killed by?
If I was Von,
I don't think it was really nothing wrong with who he got killed by. I think that's what the internet say. Like the internet try to make it seem like Quando Rondo and he don't know who Lil Tim is. He don't know who Lil Tim is.
Like this little nigga named Lil Tim. I probably don't even know this nigga. Don't know shit about this nigga.
That's the problem. You don't know nothing about him. There's nothing to be mad about. You don't know the nigga. You didn't know that the nigga.
That shit would be the shit that'll bother me. Like
that nigga.
Why should I get killed by?
Von got killed by a street nigga.
Yeah, it's like he went out notoriously. I feel like he went out. He was out. Like to me, if anything, it's saying like he made it out of Chicago.
Yeah, like I think that's all he cared about.
He came out of Chicago, but you got caught up in some shit out of state.
Yeah, like
I don't think I got the right words right now to say what I'm trying to say.
I think that Von would say. I think Von actually would probably be like, "Damn, where was my niggas that they was lacking? They was lacking and didn't see him coming around the corner." I don't think that. He would look at Lil Tim as like, I got killed by a pussy nigga. Now, if he got killed by like 6ix9ine or some shit, now that would be like the ultimate. What the fuck? But he was a street nigga doing some street shit.
He got killed by a street nigga.
And he knows that if it was the other way around, his homies would have did the same shit. That's just how I look at it. I mean, I don't know. R.I.P. to Vine, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. That YSL case getting a little bit even crazier, man. They didn't release somehow the paperwork got leaked, the discovery pack.
Cause niggas just be snitching.
And it seems like this whole thing started over a guy named Lil Woody, part of YSL, right? Make a long story short, Lil Woody. He one of the Inglewood family bloods who's part of like YFN and all that. They tried to rob Lil Woody in a club. So in retaliation, allegedly, YSL killed Peanut, right? So that turned into 37 retaliation shootings. Yeah, back and forth. Like I even seen some shit where they said like the YFN niggas shot up the wrong house. Like they ended up shooting up the neighbor's house, so they came back the next day and shot up the right house next door. Like it was some crazy shit, right? So Lil Woody, he got arrested on some other related charges, right? And they're saying that he started snitching from there. He's already doing a sentence right now. But they're saying he started snitching in, and he was with Thug. Allegedly, he said when Thug spotted Peanut at the barbershop, Thug then gave the rental car to the niggas who eventually went over there and shot them niggas. And then they said Thug was just sitting there, biting his fingernails, pacing, waiting on them niggas to give him a call. They called him. Yeah, we did it, boss. Meet me at the McDonald's on Cleveland. They met it on Cleveland Ave. And Thug came up with the idea, let's go back to my Midtown apartment and then let's go to Miami. So like he's put that out there. That's what they saying about the case with Thug. So it's getting bad. They even dropped some more charges. They even dropped some more charges on Thug. It got ugly, man. What do we think about this? It's Thug. What we thinking? Nigga finished? Do we think like he got more charges?
Man, free my nigga Thug.
What is this just about lyrics still? Like they were saying it was just a lyric thing. Is this lyrics now? 28 people snitch now. Hey, what would you do if you Thug?
I mean, he's gonna claim his innocence. Fight
the case, bro.
So fight it.
He done got denied 3 times for bond, so he gotta sit till next year, January, February.
Unless they can figure out a way to do an emergency bond.
Nah, ain't gonna be no emergency on that one. Not with that DA. But hey, her 60 days is almost up too. She said in 60 days it was gonna be 2 more big ones.
I mean, it ain't like even if it go past 60 days, she can't
go back and do it. Yeah, rest of the 65. Man, you said 60 days. You thought it was good.
Nah, I'm just saying she was talking that big. They won't let me Thug gonna be free by 20. I
what?
That,
what? I beg your pardon?
That nigga's
he'll be free in a couple years.
Free what?
Nigga, just off of the shit that they got solid proof
Somebody
about.
gonna do some shit that's gonna fuck up the case, man. I'm hoping.
Yeah, you trying to speak that into existence?
Yeah, all right.
That's really all I'm doing right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's up with Gunna though?
Gunna gonna be free.
He allegedly. So this is what I'm thinking.
So
right?
I keep hearing. I don't read no discovery or nothing, but I just know you the money maker. Unless you snitching. The people, Rico, they can tie you into shit.
Listen, so they said that I know they was doing not bond hearings, but I know they was doing some kind of court hearings today. I'm not sure. I had to look and see if Gunna was on there, but like I
saw Thug got denied, obviously.
Yeah, that was his third time, so now he got to sit.
I see Duke, but I don't know if they did Gunna. But I think Gunna, honestly, bro, this is what they do. I don't know if they're gonna do that for Gunna, but I'm gonna give y'all my theory, bro. I think that like the government or the laws, DA, I think she put that out there. I think she leaked it. They trying to act like they don't know who leaked it. I think she leaked it. Just because we seen every time they about to have a bond hearing, some information just comes out that'll deny they bond.
Yeah.
And remember they said Gunna, one of the times they denied Gunna's bond was because they had witnesses that were snitching and they didn't want that information get out, and he get out and then intimidate the witness. So Gunna, I think where he made a mistake was he put on Twitter, I appreciate the support. I'll be out soon.
The DA said what? Okay, watch
Let's drop this paperwork. And so then they're acting like they don't know how it got out. Somebody's leaking it. The fans are leaking it. So now when they go to court, they're gonna be like, "Hey, we don't know how this got out. Maybe somebody from
witness intimidation."
Yeah, he's in fear for his life. We've had to move him. We can't really have him out there. That's what they doing. This is the games that they playing. I don't think nobody put that shit out there besides them.
It's like Gunna gonna be out. Hopefully, I mean, they want him to talk. It don't look like he gonna talk.
I don't know. I don't even really know if they think that he's gonna talk.
I feel like he need to cooperate if you want to come out.
I don't think he should.
I don't think he got to. No, I think he needs to be content with knowing that he might have to do like a year, 2 max. You know what I'm saying? I think he has to be content with that. But I don't think
especially if you're not gonna talk. Like,
if you're not gonna talk, you got to be content with knowing that you're probably gonna do a little time. But you'll be able to see another
What makes
day.
y'all feel that he only gonna do like a minimum?
Because that's all they got is that they just association. They got him with some drug trafficking. That shit can be pleaded down because it's really weak. The drugs weren't even in his car. It was in the car with somebody behind him. That shit already had been cleared up. So I don't get how they can put that. I can see how they put it in the RICO case because they're saying it's association.
Mm-hmm.
But he literally did not commit a crime. They pleaded that shit all the way down to just illegal intent. So you can't say, oh, this nigga had a gun with him. No, them niggas had a gun.
Well, if they
unless somebody's snitching and saying
he paid,
he told us to have a gun. Even with that, that's not gonna carry you on to just like a whole bunch of years. Like that's something that's probably gonna get played out because the Fed, I mean not even Feds, but Georgia, they just want to see that conviction rate, bro. They just want to get that conviction rate up. They want to convict niggas. They just happy that this nigga's arrested because he's a rapper and it's high profile. The DA, she trying to do something else. She trying to be Kamala Harris. You feel me?
But,
so that's how I look at it.
Never mind.
Well, no, I'm saying like they say Kamala Harris. They say that basically she over prosecuted. She's tough on crime and it helped her get into the position she had. That's what they saying that this DA, who's from California as well, is trying to do.
Shouts out to the vice president.
Shout out to her.
She wrote a letter to my mom to RP my grandma. So shouts out to Kamala Harris.
Shout out to that, man. It ain't no disrespect. I'm just saying that's what she's known for. That's all I'm trying to say.
Like I said, they gotta talk about 21. We gotta talk about her too.
Did Youngboy flop?
No.
Youngboy sold 108. 108,400. Bad Baby, which I looked it up.
That shit's only like 100,000.
Bad Baby sold Bad Bunny. I keep calling Bad Baby. Bad Bunny sold 400 more, but I realized this wasn't his first week.
No.
For his album to drop.
But Bad Bunny's a bigger artist than NBA Youngboy.
Not really.
Shit, nigga, do you not know?
When I looked at their first week sales, like his highest first week was 179,000.
Nigga,
we projected Youngboy to do what? 200.
I get our projections, and
I'm just saying, bro. Like
if Bad Bunny's shit,
I would have thought Bad Bunny's bigger than Youngboy.
His highest selling first week was 179,000, bro. We looking at he's big, but he's just doing the things that Youngboy ain't allowed to do because of what Youngboy has done, like go on tour.
But can we be honest? Are those numbers just
got a comment?
States?
If they can say Gunna made money,
hold on.
If they can say Gunna made money to further the gang, they can keep him there for a minute. So basically, RICO.
Well, you got to prove that he was giving them niggas money to further the gang activity, which obviously we still waiting on.
Shouts out my dog Teddy. Put that in the comment, man. You ain't gotta text me. Put that in the comment, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, where the fuck you at? Why is you texting, nigga? Get your ass on this goddamn chat. Let's talk.
All right, so off of that, have y'all been watching the Murder Heat?
He talking to us or intentional?
We're gonna talk about Eric Gotti in a minute, but no, I ain't really seen it yet.
All right, it's only I think 1 or 2 episodes out. Shit pretty good so far, but I think it's gonna get into like some shit he talking about.
What's he had like tax fraud and shit?
No, they had like some shit like Supreme Team. And,
association.
So like I said, that's what made me think about that.
Oh, okay.
We'll get there.
But yeah, all I'm trying to say about bad, because I thought the same thing too. I was like, well, I mean, at least he lost to this person, but he lost to somebody who ain't really like. I feel like they kind of in the same. They should be in the same tier as far as sales, and then it wasn't this person's first week, and Youngboy is considered like top 3 in the game, right? I'm not saying it's a flop. What do y'all think it is? And before I say something, what do y'all think? Do y'all think it's a flop? What is it? He was number 2. This is the first album that had a hit. He don't really use marketing.
I'm gonna say this is the first one that's on the label.
What? He got 23 projects on the label.
Yeah, and
4 albums.
Better.
You think it's on the label? You're saying it's the label's fault.
Like I'm saying, like they ready for him to go. He ready to go. He disrespecting the label. It's bad blood. I feel like this right here is like a label artist relationship that, like, fuck it. Hey, we gonna let you do what you do and rock out. We ain't gonna buy them extra ones that we usually buy. We ain't gonna. It's certain shit. The label games. I feel like this is a label game where they're like, yo, let's see what you can do on your own.
That's
if that's the case, then I feel like this album ain't a flop.
Those international sales, right? Total, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those international.
I don't really think that this is a complete flop. I think this
I'm
is
gonna
more
say-
label games than anything.
I feel like this. If a flop is an F, this is a D plus. So it's not quite a flop.
Most niggas that sell 100, nigga, that's a goddamn great win.
Okay, what does that mean? If LeBron James scores 20 points, most niggas score 20 points. That's a career average high.
Yeah.
We're not comparing him to most niggas.
Comparing to him.
He's supposed to be arguably the hottest nigga in the game.
His last 2 albums, 125, then 137.
So he's down 37.
And he's coming up. He's coming off. He's kind of like at his hottest right now.
But he's arguing with his label at this point.
No arguing. This was confirmed. This is his last album. He ain't arguing.
Right, but I'm saying that there's clearly bad blood. So they're not going to give that push. They're not going to do certain things that they...
We'll get to that. Go ahead, Kazadi.
Yeah, I feel like it's a D. Like to make that argument, you're the hottest nigga in the game, or you up there. You need to show and prove. Like your fans need to come up and step up. Like you can't just, if you ain't gonna be on the bill, like on the hot 100s with the hits, your streaming gotta show. You need to break some type of records. Like where is this traction?
Everybody paid. Why be better? Why be better?
Like where is that energy at? It's 108. It's cool for most people. It's dope for most people, but not for the hottest thing in the game. Not for the hottest thing in the game.
I just feel like you playing first.
You're just hot. You're not the hottest thing in the game. It's the difference. What Kodak?
What's the hottest nigga in the game right
Kodak
now?
didn't sell well.
The hottest nigga in the game right now? What is the top they done sold this year? Because this year's sales.
Dirk has the highest selling album this year.
And how much was that?
I mean, it's platinum. The album's platinum. I mean, it came out at different times.
I'm just talking about first week.
His first week was like around like 130 something, 140.
Right.
So but mind you, that's another thing. The fans automatically put Youngboy and Dirk. That's the main argument. Who's better? Whenever they little Dirk got something, it's why be better? Why be better? Slide for Vaughn. Why be better? Why be better? Just for them to turn around and lose about like 30,000 records, bro. That's not good.
30,000 records. Y'all niggas make it seem like, I don't know.
30,000 records is not good if you in the rate. If y'all comparing first week sales, especially when it's like you just breaking 100.
You arguing with your label, nigga. That's the part y'all.
All right, let me say this. It's not just on the label, but my whole thing is, first of all, YB's whole brand is based off of I don't need marketing. I don't need marketing, right? That's his thing. My fans, wait, hold on. Let me get my point off. You said what you said. What I'm saying is, YB's whole marketing strategy is based off my fans love me. I have the best fans. So basically, the fact that I don't have to use no marketing, I just use YouTube and I get numbers.
Someone said it's your sound.
Yeah,
It sounds like you're underwater.
They said my sound?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you hear me now? Am I too close? I don't know. Shit.
They still texting and I put shit in the comments, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I'll say this. Look.
Do the best I can.
We rocking with his mic, I guess. But the thing is, they try to say that, they don't need marketing, they don't need this. So if your shit is based off of, I don't need marketing, I don't need this, it can't be the label fault then. Because you don't need marketing, remember? So why do you need the label? Youngboy don't even promote his own shit. That's on him too. He don't even promote his own shit. Then they said he turned in an album the last day, so they couldn't even promote it the right way.
My whole thing is, what I'm saying is, that 100 that he sold, 100 or whatever he sold,
He could be doing 200, bro.
that was him. That's just his core fans without the label doing anything behind it.
So then that's on him. He need to be more involved. When I say that, this nigga don't do interviews. He don't do shit. He just I'm gonna say this.
So that's them niggas no credit for that?
No.
They said mine's.
That's some lazy shit, bro.
Mine's
I'm not saying it.
That's some lazy shit. Why don't you? He said I don't even care about myself. So you know, I'm not. It's a flop because you don't care. Because we talking about just for the perspective. Can I finish talking? God damn.
Yeah, bro. You got me.
All I'm trying to say is this nigga has not put in no actual work when he just submitted his album and was like, cool. He gave 30 songs. Now, maybe he wanted to get off the label, hear all your shit, whatever. But he knows what's gonna come with that. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know that you don't want to half-ass it on your way out. Put it like that. Now your fans look like they're not as strong as they are, and you say you care about your fans so much. Your shit just didn't do well. It didn't sell well. You had 30 songs on the album. I don't know.
I'm gonna go through the list of the highest. It was Kendrick. He did 295 for first week, and then it was.
And they said that was a flop.
It was Future. He did 222, and then Drake did 204, and then YSL Gunna did 150. And who was this? Post Malone did 121. I didn't even know he dropped this year.
I think Dirk
did 120.
120, there we go.
And Rod Wave, he did 120.
And
Rod Wave had the most. He went good for the longest of all them.
Yeah, my thing is,
Young Boys next.
We're not gonna act like 2 weeks ago when we did our projections. If our projections for him was around 175, 200. That's what we was saying.
That's a flop, bro.
And we called Chris crazy.
We called him crazy. Well,
we called Chris crazy when he said 100.
He said 100, if that.
And he got that.
He was trending for less than that. So it was like they
did the most they could do.
If it wasn't for like acts, like he almost lost to Bad Bunny. He almost even get number one. So to me, Rod Wave,
he didn't. He just did it. It wasn't even that close. It wasn't even that close.
What, like, is he bigger artist than Rod Wave?
Yes, he should be.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can we make the argument Rod Wave?
I mean, you can make the argument because Rod Wave outsold him.
He got more charting hits, and now I agree that maybe he doesn't have the label tension that he's not being blocked that way.
The tension he created too. He said, "Don't sign with Atlantic Records, shit like that. I hate my label." This is the shit you was saying now. So what do you expect? That's another reason why I gotta say it's technically a flop to me, because you saying that you put that public tension out there with your label, right? So a lot of the stuff that happened is because of you. So to me, it sounds like a flop. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. That just sounds like what a flop is. Like, we can make the excuses. We can say what we want to say. It's a flop to me.
I will say though, to be top 6, what was that? He was like the 6th name in that list, 6 or 7 highest hip hop selling first week. It's hard to call that a flop, regardless. You know, it's hard. It's hard to sell 100,000. That's why I don't want to call it a flop.
That's why I say it's based off.
I'll probably say it's a C.
This is what
He's average.
The reason I say it's a flop is because it is. It's not about the actual numbers, it's about the expectation. So,
I see what
Kendrick, they're used to Kendrick selling 3-something, 4-something first week, correct?
Yeah.
When he sold 295, they said that he flopped. Nobody listened to Kendrick. That was literally, somebody said that in our text message. Nobody listening to that shit after the nigga sold 295,000. Because it's about expectations. If we can sit here and run the tape back and the expectations were 175, 200, and then you sell 70, 80, 92,000 units below that,
it's about expectations.
Especially not even heading into, like, it's one thing if you did 295, if we said 295 and you did 200. You did numbers lower than niggas in the game that it's clear that your fan base is stronger than. So that's why I feel like it's a flop. So, I don't know. That's just me. That's my personal
Yeah,
opinion.
it was a disappointment. I will definitely say that. It was disappointment.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know what y'all thought about the games this to Eminem.
I'll let Brandon go.
It was entertaining.
Mm.
It was comical. I don't really feel like it was too serious. I don't feel like it was like I'm really trying to come at you and spit hardcore bars and go at your head too bad. I just feel like he was having fun with it. I don't feel like when Game really want to come at you, he gonna come at you. I feel like he did what he do, like when he imitate rappers when he rapping.
Mm-hmm.
And then also try to throw some jabs in there. I don't really know what the beef is. I haven't figured that part out yet. But
It started. Okay, let me put it out here. I'm gonna say it real quick. It started because he's doing an interview. Somehow Eminem's name came up. And we gotta keep in mind, I think that he's probably a little salty still about the whole Super Bowl thing. But he said nobody listens to Eminem. He's not top 5 in nobody's list because nobody plays him in the club. They don't play Eminem. I think Eminem's fans, got on his ass, and he decided that he was gonna make a diss. He had a pretend beef going on, and I also think that he just knows a good marketing trick. We know that Game don't really get a lot of traction. Not that his music don't be good, because his music's always good.
Game had put out bad.
It's just that he gains traction with beef.
It kind of came as a surprise. I knew, like you said, it's marketing. He know what he doing. Go at him. And then he spoke on it. He said, ain't no beef. I don't want to punch him. I just want to rap. You rap against Mariah Carey. You rap against whoever. Nick Cannon. You rap against Machine Gun Kelly. You rap against me. I want to prove that I'm top 5. Or I'm better. So, as far as the track, I agree mostly with Brandon. I do think on that third verse he tried a rapidy rap. He put his effort in with bar wise by mimicking Eminem style. And like Game is my favorite diss rapper. Like if there was he's my favorite diss rapper. He has like 2 of my top 5 favorite disses of all time. So like
300 bars is in there, right?
It's my number 1 favorite diss of all time. But
y'all get in the chat, man. Y'all get in the chat. Let's talk. What y'all think he's saying? Get in the chat.
But
talk. Don't just watch. Let's talk.
I feel like
think they waiting on that faster cap.
I feel like they'll be waiting. I feel like the Game was really good at disrespect beef shit. But if he's trying to get into a lyrical miracle battle with Eminem, that wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Like just 10 minutes to rap about concept rap with just about bars where it ain't really about trying to make it hot. Yeah. That's Eminem's wheelhouse. That's his wheelhouse. Oh, I don't have to have a topic. I just get rap bars about you and make it witty. And Game has so much shit you can talk about. So much shit.
I think he was baiting them. He was just throwing the bait. Like, all right, I'm gonna poke the bear. Let's see if he gonna come.
And if anybody I know who's cooking, who's ready for that war, is Game. But on that, I don't know if he can.
Do you think M gonna respond?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think he's fast responding.
I've been listening to Royce
he's
to
definitely
see.
Gonna get some bars.
You better ask Royce.
Well, he's gonna get some bars. But is he gonna respond on the whole flat out diss?
No, he's gonna get a whole diss too.
When? Timetable.
That's the thing about Eminem.
You only got
wait.
amount of time.
No, you don't. Eminem always work on his amount of time. He always moved to his amount of time. When he made that Kamikaze album, he was dissing niggas that dissed him 2-3 years prior to that. So I think the next project, if he feels like it, he'll give Game some bars. That's what he want to do. Especially that he probably might know some shit or he's been around Game before. Like
he got what?
If he's petty enough to go MGK, then he's definitely gonna go.
He made a post apparently with him and Yella. DJ Yella.
Oh, okay.
And that wasn't like coincidence.
Yeah.
You don't post a Compton nigga because Eminem don't post shit.
That's what I'm saying. So, like we know he's definitely. When is Eminem ever turned down the fade?
Okay, so should Eminem respond?
Yeah, because if it's just about the sport.
If it's just about the music, nigga, let's have fun. That's
fun for him.
Who do you expect to come out a victor in that battle?
Eminem.
Speak on it.
I think that the Game is a good adversary. You know what I'm saying? Like the Game is like Piccolo.
Yo, you so disrespectful.
Hey, yo, that's actually Piccolo's one of the main characters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No.
He's just not the main character.
Piccolo gonna cause some static.
He just there.
When the first couple rounds, he really gonna give you. He really gonna give you some shit.
I think he's the best beef battle rapper.
What I'm saying is,
Eminem got it to where he gonna come in him hard enough to goddamn.
Look, we did.
Have we ever said that Eminem has lost?
Oh my god.
Have you ever said that Eminem has lost?
People say MGK slipped on him.
No, I think that people. Okay, so I was impressed by MGK, but I still don't think he won. Now I don't think it was Eminem's best effort, but I still think it was enough to beat MGK.
This will be the biggest. This won't be the biggest person that if Eminem responds, this will be the biggest person he responded to that has the capability of putting the same type of lyrics that he could do.
Now I think about it, is this be the biggest? Yes, I agree with you. Yes, and speaking on that, outside of Benzino,
we saying he be beefing with bombs.
He be beefing with bombs. Nobody ever pushed his pen. His best diss tracks is Mariah Carey.
I'm gonna say this.
That's his best diss track. It's Mariah Carey, an R&B singer. What nigga he ever had to rap with in a beef?
Okay, I respect that.
That like he never did with Game's done.
I respect that, but I also think that if you give Eminem enough time, because he's not, like I said, he's gonna move on his own time. So ain't no telling how long this nigga can work on this. And with his capabilities of rapping, I would put my money on Eminem. That's just me. Now I do agree with y'all. The nigga does beef with bombs. So,
and with Game going first, okay,
yeah,
might win the first battle, but if the Game gets the game,
ain't no telling how long Game worked on that too.
Game seems like a turnaround. You know, he's a little emotional, so this nigga probably get in the studio and lock himself in.
We can say what we probably think, but we don't know.
I'm just saying, like, we gotta at this point we gotta just speak off what we think happens because we don't know.
I just put it like this. I just think that. Me personally, this is my personal opinion. I think it's a great beef. The reason I said Game is like Piccolo. I think that if you do something strategic, the Game will just trick himself out of position. I think that the Game do kind of like goofy shit.
He do goofy.
Mind you, Eminem, I'm gonna put it like this. There's more out there that if he just Googles like all the fucking goofy shit that Game does, it's gonna be more dirt out there for him.
He got so much content with the game.
That's what I'm saying.
So much content.
It's too much content out there for the game to get on the game.
Too many contradictions. You know, the Game was using the same freestyle rap for 5 years, like 10 years.
Come on, bro.
Literally, and saying with a freestyle. He was doing radio stations. Saying the same rap, just switching a little bit.
He was fingering an 18-year-old in a bar.
Was she even 18?
Yeah, they said she might have been younger than that.
She crossed the street.
She was fine, but like.
California got 18.
That's all you need.
So what I'm saying is, it's just too much content, like he just said.
Stripper, come on.
Love Gang, he lost everything. The Love Gang lost a whole bunch of millions. Like, bro, come on, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck Leroy at? What's the next time? Shit, yeah.
How long we been going, goddamn?
Too goddamn long.
I want to get into what scenario I want to talk about. Let's talk about Deshuan Watson real quick. Damn, why I got so quiet?
You about to keep talking.
Deshuan Watson, man, you know, they had an independent arbitrator say that he deserved 6 games, you know, a couple M's or something like that to that nature. And then, you know, Roger Goodell, he said, fuck that. And we seen the public outcry as far as like other athletes in the NFL saying that, essentially saying like, damn, that's kind of light. So today they gave him 11 games and $5 million, which is the largest fine by a player ever.
So you can kill a bitch, you can hit and run, you can rape a bitch.
Why kill somebody?
I'm naming players that did shit. I ain't saying no.
And they went to jail. They went to jail.
Somebody killed somebody and played, nigga?
Ray Lewis kind of.
No, what's my name? He's a wide receiver. He had dreads.
Plus close shot himself.
Dante Star Wars?
He had a
hit a run and killed somebody. But he was out for like a year. I don't know if he was suspended.
Watson was out for a year already. Mm-hmm. Not technically on a suspension, but he had to sit out for a year.
Saying like we gotta give him a suspension. I guess technically they saying they gotta give him a suspension.
He got paid. Now I don't think he's getting paid.
Hey, they fucked up because they should have goddamn let this shit drag to next year when he make his real money. Because next year is kind of like, I feel like the way that some other shit I was hearing before, what they was thinking about doing was trying to drag this shit out to next year.
I heard that.
Give him a sentence.
He was gonna be what's that word? Suspended indefinitely all this year, and then they do it next year.
You do your real suspension.
I heard that.
So I mean, really, he got off at this level.
I'm confused though. The first suspension was 6 games. That was from the female arbitrator.
Yes, the outside.
So the NFL now what they do because they didn't like Roger Goodell doing the punishment. They said that he was inconsistent, he was bad, he was this, that, and the third.
He's still gone.
Now they got an independent arbitrator who they say never worked in sports. She just works in law, and she's going based off the NFL's rules. She's saying he deserves 6 games.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Roger Goodell makes the decision.
And that shit's stupid. Like, why you?
And he upped it 5 games. Now, they tried to offer, before the arbitrator was done, they tried to offer him like 10 games or something to that nature. He declined it.
And I heard part of the thing was he wasn't remorseful at all. Until recently.
He put out his apology. He said
he still wasn't
first. He said the NFL had to do what they had to do. I'ma still remain with saying I'm innocent, but I'm gonna, take this. He not about to appeal it, and it's gonna be what it is. But hey, bro, I looked at y'all schedule. Y'all can still make the playoffs. Y'all got Brissett. Brissett is not a terrible quarterback. They can get that team with that talent to at least win 10 games.
You think they regret trading Baker?
No.
So early.
Brissett is better than Baker Mayfield. As a
game? Yeah. Okay.
Nigga, you got the 2-headed monsters at running back.
I heard Kareem Hunt don't want to be there no more.
I ain't heard.
I mean, they denied his trade, so he ain't going nowhere.
You still got what's his name?
Oh, Nick Chubb.
You got Chubb. Kareem Hunt can't go nowhere.
I think they'll be alright. I think they can go into that 11 games 500 or like a little bit over 500. They'll be okay. They got a good defense. They're good in all in every area.
Do y'all think the Deshaun Watson suspension fair? Y'all, how y'all feel about it specifically?
I mean, at this point, bro, it's. I think it's just for me. I think it's just gonna get it over with. I think it's just gonna get it over with because sometimes it's just best to just settle. You know what I mean? Like, even though he may be innocent in a lot of this, we do think it's a lot of bullshit attached to it. I think it's a little bit of truth in everything. I do think he was being a freaky man. But I also think that he wasn't being a freaky man to everybody. I think that they were adding shit. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon. I do think that the Texans
with the Texans on.
Yeah, I was about to say, I do think that the Texans got something to do with something. It's
so
just
coincidence. He's neighbor with the lawyer. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of shit, man. Like, I think that it's a little strange.
But I always say, like, at the end of the day, you're responsible for yourself. So you are a public figure. You are a multimillionaire black man.
Going to the slums.
You're literally going to goddamn Swanee.
You can get a massage on call anytime you want.
You're
from the Texans.
You're literally like a serial nigga going to any and every low masseuse parlor and goddamn
get some top.
He hoping that they don't know who he is.
And it's not wise. Because as soon as you do it, and then they hear, did Deshaun ever do anything to you? Yeah, sign me up.
Exactly. That's why I say that he should be able to
it's not
he should just went and got an escort, bro. Like get an escort service for all your little freaky needs. Or like I'm sure, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I know for a fact he can holler at some of his players, the players. Even upper management.
You don't think they got something for that?
Where do y'all be getting y'all women at? Like you could do that.
And NDAs.
Come on, bro. They gave you the paperwork, the phone shit, sign this, do this. Nigga,
you can be a freak nigga as you want.
You was going to Beaver Highway?
Just literally.
And the way you saying that, I think that's what he was doing.
That's not what it sounds like. Oh my!
So you think it's like they?
But you know he had that big beef when he wanted to get traded.
And
a lot of these girls have been linked back to that owner.
So you think like he was like it was all in house?
I'm not saying all. But
and the owner was like, bitches. he gonna try to leave, and he gonna call his girl.
There's some shit that's been linked back to where it's like.
You know what's crazy, Brandon? Maybe you're right. But the only reason why I say not, because if it was just Houston based or Texas based, that nigga, he was in Georgia in these random ass spots.
Oh,
that's what I said. Not doing too much. I didn't say all. I just said I think
a lot of those girls were just they were not connected.
I think he could have did that to 4 women, 3 women, 2 women, maybe 1 woman he was inappropriate with. But once people catch on to the wave. And people get to talking, oh, he did this in my partner too. He did that too. She suing for that. Let me talk to her. I want to hop on that lawsuit.
It ain't that hard.
No, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that like Deshuan Watson did some shit. Like the craziest shit. He might not have sexually assaulted nobody. He might have just been a freaky mind getting head after head after head. And then one person, all it takes is one person go crazy. And then somebody be like, well, shit, I started getting on this day. I'm hopping in this lawsuit too.
Well, or maybe not even sexual assault, but sexual harassment.
Yeah, he might have just put out his dick. He might have put out his dick on the new girl.
And she like, oh, and left.
Oh my God, it's like, oh no, this is just Deshuan. This is what he does.
Okay, I'm not comfortable with
No,
that.
I'm shaking up. This nigga's crazy. They find out he's an NFL player. Oh, I'm suing him.
Yeah, it's fine. And then the lawyer come 2 months later. Hey, did Deshuan? Oh hell yeah, $1 million. Sign me up. And that's the game. It's fucked up, but this is how it goes. You got
so that's why you say it is on him, because had he just got the masseuse from his job that offers that shit around the clock, they probably literally fly somebody to his ass when he's in Gainesville at home. Like, it's no excuse.
But then again, you go to these owners these days, they get caught up too. You know, Robert Kraft.
Come on, I mean, he can't get suspended, but he got money.
Yeah, he don't suspend them, but Robert Kraft was a wild coincidence.
All I'm saying.
They had a raid going on. You see this owner, like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was 37 women who came out on Robert Kraft.
He was moving low.
They hate him before they can go to court.
But he got caught up with some shit he didn't know.
Yeah,
some shit he had a free accident. You was doing some low shit. Oh shit, they had a raid going.
Like, nigga, talk about the timing, bro.
It was just bad timing. Deshuan was out here being moving sloppy.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Say what, what's that? So there we go.
Hey.
Alright. So I'm doing recycling because we ain't talk about these in a while. This will always bother me, so I'm gonna see how y'all react to this one now. Cutting Sticky. Cutting Sticky has been in a relationship with Mona for about, let's say, 7 years, right? And they've always had great sex and whatnot. But as of late, in the last few months, when they have sex, you know, his rituals when he, you know, when they finish, he go take a shower or whatever. He noticed like that his girl Mona usually goes into the other room and finishes herself off. Like she pulls out the dildo.
He heard Mona.
Yeah, Mona was moaning. And so he asked her, like, you know, hey, like, what's going on? Like, and she said, oh, it's nothing. Or she ends up like saying like, it's just one business.
It's just one business.
It's just one business. Like it's not you. It's just me. It's just one business.
It's not you. It's me and my glizzy.
Is she bullshitting? Would y'all feel away? How would y'all react to it? Y'all give me an answer.
I think you feel away because like you definitely were under the assumption that you putting it down, that you're doing your job, you're doing more than enough, you satisfying. That's the idea. Mm-hmm. So to be caught off guard is the feel away. But going forward, if you understand maybe that person just might have a higher sex drive, and if that's a comfort level where she's cool with or is not going outside.
So then ask you this.
Because it's sticky, you just gotta deal with it.
So if y'all been having sex for 7 years and this is just something that just recently happened,
mm-hmm.
does he feel like she should give him the proper respect of saying like, hey, you're not pleasing me anymore doing this. Can you do this or can we do this? Or like, does she owe it to him to tell him like, hey, I'm not getting pleased?
So like, is it if she wants 100 and you the 75, and then her me time is the 25, and she be like, your 75 is great. I just need to finish with the 25, and I don't think you got the 25. I just is that like, and like she's saying it's women business maybe because you don't want to hurt your ego.
Women business shit.
She don't want to hurt your ego. So it's like you can't compete with the glizzy.
I feel like.
Or it's not so you can't do. It's just something that this is just her little thing.
I feel like as a man, you I ain't saying don't do your thing or whatever, but I think as a partner, I'm not gonna say as a man, as a partner, if that's never been an issue, and for you to be doing that now, and for your first answer to be like, it's one business, that's not good communication. Because obviously something is going on. Even if it's just, hey, I feel like just my sex drive would have been crazy. But I feel like if I'm giving you 75 and clearly it's not what you like, eventually 75 will turn 65.
But just because
65 can turn 55.
You don't think that's a little bit of I agree with the communication part, but you don't think that's a little bit of projecting?
It could be. I'm insecurity. It don't matter. This whole thing could be insecurity. It could just be insecurity. But I feel like if we went 7 years and I pleased you, or maybe I thought I was pleasing you, you could have just been honest with me. That's all I'm asking for, honesty. If I'm telling you, if I'm okay, so if I've always been the one that's pleasing you and now it's not enough, I'd rather you tell me. I don't think your first answer should be stay out of women's business. Even if you feel like, you know what, if you a woman and you like, listen, I don't have a problem with anything you do. I just like doing this after I'm done. Say that.
Would that be alright for cousin Sticky, you think?
It might not. That's for y'all to talk about though. You just limit it. I think that deserves a conversation if y'all are partners. Yeah, I think that. Because you know what? A woman not gonna like it. If she gonna take a shower and y'all to fucking you and she keep catching you beating your meat right after that. I 100% know that a woman is gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? 100%. That's a fact. And then you ask her about it and you say, this man business. Come on, bro. I know this man business. You know good goddamn well.
The phrase man business, woman business changes this whole scenario. You take
that's the thing. The reason I said that is because that's what you said.
So she
that's what you said on the question. On our first episode, the one said.
Moses was asking.
I know. I'm just saying. That's where they come in.
That one phrase right there makes it all work.
So
Moses be like, you know what? I came, but I didn't have a full orgasm. Like, you know, I caught a nut, but I ain't get an orgasm. I'm like, all right.
So Mona go take a shower.
She could have been like, I just felt like he was goddamn dying. Like he was drained out of energy and I still wanted to go. So that's why I did it.
Cool. What is the, like you said, it's a flip where you come back with a sex doll and be like, oh, this is just
that's crazy.
It's my man business.
First off, where the fuck? Why the fuck?
Yeah.
How Mona gonna feel about that?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I just feel like y'all
if you gonna be some shit
like,
yeah, I caught a nut, but I just really ain't get there, and I knew you was done. I ain't want to bother you for no more.
She might respect it.
And shit, I just went ahead and took care of this shit while you got the shower.
One thing a woman not gonna do.
You caught me wiping up.
Hey, listen. One thing a woman not gonna do, a lot of women, is they not gonna kill themselves for you to catch this nut. So my whole thing is like, a woman, like if you say like shit, she drained herself, it's over with, she went to go take that shower, she might see you or whatever, and then you explain so how you just explained it, she might be like, well shit, do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, you be going downstairs like you want some water when you done,
like she might really do.
You get a warm towel.
Now, if you do it too many times, that's when they gonna be like, you know. But I'm feeling like this, like my whole thing is just like, my nigga, if you a nigga and you catch your, it's a little different with a man because a man is expected to do more work in bed. He's expected. I'm not saying. Let me not say this. I'm not. Listen. I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm not saying. There are women who take pride in pleasing their man. That's a fact. But every man, from the beginning of time, is kind of taught that they have to put it down on a woman. Am I not lying?
We in women's business right now.
So when you listen,
we should have a limit.
No, bro. Let me ask you something.
No, the peer pressure.
When you were 15, 16, whatever, whenever, 14, 12, 11. I'm just saying, from the time that you knew about sex, I ain't gonna even finish. From the time that you knew about sex, from the time you imagined having sex, right?
Yeah.
The first thing that you kind of do is you talking about, bragging about how you pleasured the woman. Yeah, she was screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was moaning. Yeah, she wanted
Most
this.
niggas will say that, but
Yeah, they probably lying.
No, but that's the stigma. That's
what I'm trying to say.
peer pressure.
As a man, you're taught that you have to do the pleasure.
Put it down.
A woman, most women, like,
y'all remember this?
I get it. They got their own shit. They do pleasure, man. Whatever it may be. I'm just asking.
Shit,
It's a little different. That's all I'm trying to say. It's a little different. So for you as a man, yeah, it probably is insecurity, ego hurt, whatever it may be. But if I keep fucking you and then for months you just go into the other room with the dildo, it's kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess it just depends. It depends on your security. If you feel like you good and that's how it works for y'all, and then it's communicated right, then that could work for a couple. If somebody be like, nah, I want because it's like you said, it's a slippery slope.
All I'm asking is that you're not wrong for wanting a conversation. That's it. I think that she's wrong for saying stay out of women's business. Period.
But listen,
that's wrong.
Would y'all rather?
Yeah, if you're a partner. Yes, that is both of y'all business. I feel
would y'all rather
sure.
hear that glizzy going or fucking Tyrone coming through the back door?
But maybe that's what it can lead to. She
that's what I'm trying to say.
Girl, oh yeah, but glizzy, he do this. Oh,
that's why I said the 75%. That's what I'm saying. If you don't have that conversation, that 75% can turn into 65. 55. Then she's going to get it from somebody else.
Okay.
Because there's no
you don't fuck with Tyrone.
Exactly.
You don't need no glizzy.
And you know, like maybe you know, little Luigi, where she getting dick from the first time she get the dick. If it's half decent, she gonna be like,
this nigga did not just say Luigi.
Luigi.
It's like a little Mexican dick. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All right.
It's Luigi Mexican.
So.
It's Italian as fuck, but whatever.
So I got a question. I asked this one before. Can your actions, like you doing relationship things, automatically put you in a relationship by default, or are you not in a relationship until it's discussed?
You are not in a relationship until we talk about it. I don't give a fuck what I do, how I do it, when I do it, how many times I do it. Until we talk about it, until we communicate. Don't go think of a relationship. But
oh shit! I thought we was on the same page.
But you are unwise as a nigga to think that a girl's gonna go down for that.
Yeah,
you are unwise if you think that a girl's gonna expect that. That's just because that's the truth. That's how it's supposed to be. Don't mean most, not even girls, niggas too. I ain't gonna just put it on dudes, but you're not wise if you think you buying her shit, taking her out, fixing her car, going on dates.
Shit, that's why I ended up in most of the relationships that they was in and I wasn't.
She gonna think you her man.
We were together and I was like, yo, we just cool.
Alright, yeah, no, I agree with him. I think that I would advise, like, my daughter in the future, until that nigga say y'all go out, that y'all are involved, y'all are in a relationship, until he actually says, will you be my girlfriend? Are we in a relationship? So are we? He answers it very transparent. You're not in a relationship. I don't care what he does. I don't care if he spends the night over there. I don't care if he'll pay rent over that bitch. I don't care what he does. I know how it operates. It is what it is. I've been a nigga, and I've seen other niggas do it. I've had that logic. I've had the opposite logic. I'm saying the best way to protect your feelings would be not until that nigga says that shit. Damn near verbal contracting that bitch. Then you need to know that that's not your nigga. Now, I would tell a nigga, you playing games. Like, if my son doing it, I need you playing games. You out here buying the food for the cook for you. You staying the night over there. You fucking her raw. You kissing her in the mouth.
But I fuck with her.
You spending 5 out of 6, 7 days around that bitch. You damn near live there. I'm just be like, you playing games. I ain't saying you can't. I just say I'm telling him you playing games.
You do that in Texas long enough, you're gonna become a.
Yeah, there are places where that is. Hey, you know, like you married. All I'm saying is you're playing games, son. You know, what's the purpose of playing a game? That's what I would tell my son. I'm not telling him what to do. So that's just that for me. I don't know.
Yeah, communication, man. If I don't say it, don't expect it. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I'll take you on this trip, though.
Somebody said you wild for Labor Day trips.
Labor Day, whoa.
Man, Houston, we in that bitch.
Shout out to
Labor Day, shout out to Houston. So, you and your wife.
I'm just reading.
You and your wife are getting a divorce. She doesn't want you, and she's pregnant. But y'all getting a divorce, right?
Say it again. Say it again.
You and your wife are getting a divorce, but she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say y'all get a divorce and you find out that she's pregnant after y'all sign papers or whatever, right?
Sign papers.
She doesn't want you in the room during the delivery, and you want to take it to court to be cleared to be in the delivery room. Is that taking it too far, or should the man have a right to be a part of that decision?
As a man, I feel like, yeah, I want to be there, but I'm not the one delivering the baby. So if my presence stresses you out, I don't want anything to jeopardize health, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna put my child's health first, put my ego or my wants to second. But it better be no side nigga in there. That's what we be compromised. We get to plan who gonna be in there. But I don't want no Tyrone better not be in there, or Luigi or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or the Glizzy. Like nobody else in there. That's then I need to.
What does she need to get a little that out?
Hey, I don't know about none of that. But I'm saying the only nigga better be the doctor. Like, that's how I feel.
Stupid, man.
I'm just saying, like, I get it, because I don't want to stress you out. Because we getting divorced, clearly there's some type of problems we got. But I don't want you to be hella stressed. But nah, ain't no nigga gonna be in there.
All right.
You gotta adjust the word.
I forgot what I even asked, to be honest.
Delivery.
Oh, the delivery shit. I agree with you. Like, if I could tell it, I don't want to, like, you want to talk about the health of the baby. So if I'm going to court, it could stress her out. Last thing I want to do is put stress on you during your pregnancy because I'm looking at my child. But what I will say is, all right, cool, hey, I'm not going to be in there. But afterwards, we definitely get in court. You ain't stressing all this.
Nah, as soon as he come out, I'm in there.
Yeah,
as soon as he out, I'm in there.
We going to court because obviously you like to control the narrative. Like, damn, we got a divorce, but damn, you hate me. I guess it matters about what we actually are divorced about. But if it's like, damn, we can't be.
Because of that 75.
We can't be cool enough. We can't be like, that's what I'm saying. We can't even be like cordial enough to where I can't be in the room to see my child being born. You only want this experience.
She said, you ain't seeing this pussy no more.
All right, bitch, well, we going to court. See you later. Oh.
I'm late on that bitch to girl.
Yeah, it's coming. Shout out to Pittsburgh. We got Pittsburgh in the building. Shout out to Elijah Banks. That's Eli. What the fuck is Eli? Is that Eli? Shout out to Pittsburgh shit. Fuck it. Shout out to Pittsburgh. I need to go there.
I thought that was spam.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
That's Eli, nigga. I got them dice on.
I know Eli. Maybe that's not Eli. But shout out to Pittsburgh, though. I really want to go to Pittsburgh. I need to go to Pennsylvania if I want to go to Philly.
I heard Pittsburgh.
That's cool.
I heard Pittsburgh what?
Not it.
It's a little crazy out there.
No, just not fun.
When you're done eating Phillies and you're out there, we ready to go.
Man,
nothing else to do.
Shout
get a job out there or something. Work on the
out to
mill.
Pittsburgh, man. We try.
I have a fast cap.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
You and your girl been together 7 years on and off.
Mm-hmm.
She wants a baby. You don't want no kid.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have a dispute. You break up with her for, let's say, 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get back together. A couple months later, you find out she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, you find out the kid ain't yours. It's your homeboy's kid.
Mm-hmm.
But you love her and you want to stay with her. Facts or cap, would you stay with her if you love her to death and you committed to raising this kid?
You said like when y'all do a split, he got her pregnant?
Yeah.
And you find out later that it's not yours? Okay.
No. Let me rephrase it. You found out later that the kid is not yours after you've had the kid here. After the kid has been born for a year.
After a year.
After a year, so you don't raise the kid as your own for a year, and you find out
you had no idea.
And you find out it's your homeboy's kid.
Yeah.
No.
You leaving or you staying?
I'm out of there.
A year?
A year.
That nigga ain't gonna remember me.
Exactly, bro. So I'm saying.
So y'all gonna leave the kid?
A year's like. A year's like.
Stop fucking with the kid.
Yeah. It's not mine. And it's my homeboys.
Yeah, I gotta be
It's my
fucked
homeboys.
up.
I'm out of there. Now I can see if it was like I raised the kid for 4, 5. Like my daughter's 4 right now,
17.
and she knows everything about me. Like her personality is there. Like we have a bond like no other. Don't get me wrong, my son won. I love that nigga, man. That nigga not gonna remember me out there.
So let me open up the 4 there. Just to see.
So what age would it take?
I mean, I'm giving you the answer. Like
at 4, you might keep the kid.
At 4, I'm a daddy. Like, and I just gotta beat my homeboy ass. I don't know, bro. I mean, it's all spicy, bro. Like,
yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do. I don't know what my emotions gonna be, bro. Clearly, if I'm being the type of father that I know that I am right now to that 4-year-old, having a 4-year-old, bro, I'm probably gonna stay there. I can't imagine not having my daughter in my life right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even my son, I can say I can't imagine having that nigga in my life.
Nope, ain't
But I'm just saying, 1 year old.
Shuts up.
1 year old is like shit, nigga. Are you willing to dedicate 17 more years to this shit? Or baby's not yours? Every time you see that baby, you gonna be like, shit, nah, mine.
That's tough, man.
Is he a homeboy? I don't know how I would respond to that, bro. I seen niggas before who the 2-year-old wasn't his, and initially he was like, man, I'm still being that 2-year-old. Like, fuck that. Like, this is my child. And then he called her back like 2 weeks later and was like, I can't do it.
Like, I don't know, like, you can. I feel like this. 1 year old. I feel like this. If you ain't do your due diligence beforehand, knowing that y'all was in and out relationship for 7 years, knowing she wanted a baby, and y'all broke up for some time, and she was pregnant, and if you had no doubts, then you probably. I'm not saying you had to stick with it. I'm not saying that, but it's like, you do the mama test.
TS said no, ain't no way.
Like, that look like me. If that look like cousin Sticky.
Exactly. Now the baby. That's another thing. Every time you see the baby, you realize that motherfucker got the same goddamn skin tone look as your homie. And you hate that nigga.
Act just like your homie.
You hate that nigga.
You nigga walk like your homie. Like, what?
This nigga bow-legged like this motherfucker.
This nigga stupid.
Hell no. Y'all ain't talking about you.
This nigga stupid. That's my bitch.
Nigga threw my daughter beat at me. What you trying to say, nigga?
No, you play like that?
No, that's wild. Like, what do you say to your homeboy? Like, bro.
Oh, homeboy gets that beat.
Y'all was broken up.
Y'all broken up. Nigga,
Still my homeboy. Stop playing.
That's my bitch.
Stop playing.
Nigga, she might have been on the list of the do not touch list here.
You know what you're doing.
All your girls untouchable.
I never said that. I said I can fuck with my bitch any bitch that I ain't fucking with right now. Like, I'm getting married out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can have them.
Facts and cap. Facts or cap, my bad. Do you think a 4-point line in the NBA is in the future?
No.
Facts or cap?
Cap.
You don't need it, man. You know what I mean, bro?
Do y'all feel like y'all don't think y'all feel like y'all don't sound like the same niggas that didn't want a 3-point line back in the 70s?
I mean, they feel like a lot will fuck the game up at this point.
Why? How so?
I think that motherfuckers is gonna be too obsessed with that 4-point line.
Like they are with the 3-point line?
Yeah, but I think that it makes it even worse. I think that it makes it to a point where it's like the game is kind of unwatchable. Like it's either gonna be a great game or just the worst game ever. I think that it spreads the gap in between good basketball. Because as soon as you cross half court, you have the 4-point line and jack your shit up. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about all the abilities you got. Like, my ability is this, I'm good at this. It's like more so, can I hit this bitch from the foul? Once somebody is really good at that shit, and once you get a team of people doing that shit, it's a copycat league. Everybody gonna want to try to do that shit. And it's not... It's just, I feel like we can't.
Stray away from. Yeah. I feel you, and I do feel like it's gonna be like what the league is now on crack, but shit could be fun to watch though. Things like, jacking up for the 4-point.
It can be either really good or really bad.
And I feel like that's kind of how the NBA is now. Like we used to.
But think about it. If you do it for it, that makes the gap even further. That's what I'm trying to say. And they talking about they want to play less games. They want to do all that. Think about this: if you trying to keep your insurance, you don't want to get hurt. Then I'm just jogging from the 4-point line to the 4-point line.
I can do that now.
I know.
I just said
your argument. You keep saying that this is what niggas do now.
I feel like it's just a natural evolution. I feel like it kind of just a natural evolution. Like
I don't think that's a natural evolution, bro. I think that that's gonna be just worse than what it is. I can't imagine somebody shooting 10 points. Like, I try to be realist. I can't imagine somebody shooting 10 4-pointers a game like a player. Like how Steph Curry might shoot 7, 8, 9, 10 3-pointers a game.
16, 17.
Well, that's a quick 17.
I don't think he does it in a game. I'm saying I think he probably averages about 10 a game, 7, 8 a game. Now he has a game where
oh, so about average. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he has a game where he might shoot 16 of them motherfuckers. But I'm just saying.
What if they made a rule where you can only take a certain amount of attempts from 4-point line?
What is it, slam ball? It's not even basketball anymore, bro. That shit. You trying to tell me where I can shoot? Oh, put on his light. That's what we
I gotta remember. Oh shit, it's my 5th one. I gotta
same thing with fouls.
That's not even for the fans no more, bro. Come on,
I think I have some interest in that, man. Facts of cap. Did Carmelo Anthony get robbed for Rookie of the Year? Now, for LeBron, before y'all say anything, I'm giving y'all some stats. All right. Melo took his team to the playoffs. LeBron did it in the Western Conference. Mm-hmm. Melo averaged 21 points a game. LeBron averaged 20.9. Melo averaged 6.1 rebounds. LeBron averaged 5.5. LeBron averaged 5.9 assists. Melo averaged 2.8 assists. LeBron averaged 1.6 steals. Melo averaged 1.6 steals. Field goal percentage, Melo had 1 point higher. Turnovers, Melo had 0.5 less. They both had 7 rookies of the month, and Melo had 10 more wins.
Rob, no. Could it go up for grabs? Yes.
Who was on Melo's team?
Rookie year, Marcus Camby, Rashawn Leonard, I believe Rashawn Lewis? No, Rashawn Leonard.
Rashawn Leonard?
Yeah. That was the starting 2.
Okay.
Andre Miller, Marcus Camby, Andre Miller, Rashawn Leonard. I want to say Kenyon Martin. He either was there that year or the next year.
I'm going to say this.
Like he had
the stats and the results do kind of sound better for Carmelo, but they're too close to say that LeBron should have got it based off him actually being a rookie and carrying the load that he carried. You know what I mean? Even though they didn't get to the playoffs, I think 9.5. I think 9.9999 times out of 10, Carmelo wins that Rookie of the Year in most cases. But I think it's a lot of context behind that. Like, LeBron's team didn't even want him there. You know what I'm saying? Remember Darius Malone? They didn't even want him there. They said they could do it without him, and they fucking sucked. Cleveland was a terrible team. Like, what we gotta ask them, what was
Denver had
what was the Denver team before that?
17
Did
wins.
you look at that? Had 17 wins. Denver did.
I think Cleveland had like 16. Something like
So
that.
they were both bad. Were those players? Were some of those players on there? Was like
Yeah.
Andre Miller on there and all that before the year before?
No, I think they added some players.
So that's what I'm saying. Like they added some people around. They did what they're supposed to do. They did a good job. I think 9.99 times out of 10. Yeah, I'm not gonna say robbery, but I do think that Carmelo wins out against anybody else. It's just one of those type of situations, bro. Like freak accident type shit. Like we said.
If they could say he took him to the playoffs, he did. But his record really ain't that.
He was 43 wins. LeBron record had 33.
Yeah.
In the East.
LeBron missed the first 2 years, right?
Yeah. So I think that's an
Listen, I was a Melo fan before LeBron fan at that time too.
LeBron have anybody?
Yeah, Ricky Davis.
And it was looking at it like
Darius Miles.
Carmelo's coming off of a
Carlos
championship.
Boozer, I think.
They said Carmelo came off a championship. It's just. I'm not gonna say that Carmelo should not have won it. But I don't think he was robbed. That's all I'm
Robbed
saying.
ain't the right word.
Melo deserved it.
Melo, my dog.
Yeah.
Facts of cat. Is the Patriots and Falcons Super Bowl the worst collapse of all time?
Like as far as Super Bowl?
For all sports. So for other context, we got the Golden State Warriors in the finals, 3-1.
Oh, nah, I wouldn't have that.
Unfortunately, we got the Yankees. I don't know if y'all watch baseball like that. They was up 3-0 on the Red Sox in 04.
I remember that. I watched the documentary on that, man.
Pussy.
They had a documentary on that, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, 30 for 30. But is the Falcons the worst collapse in sports?
I would say that's the third. I would say that's the third out of those three. If we just talk about those three, because think about
Yankees
it.
is number one.
Nah. Because baseball, like a comeback is.
Comeback versus
Easier.
rivalry, but it's a rivalry.
I get it.
So it's-
Let me just say this.
You know,
I
won
feel
their
like-
first fucking World Series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's an easier. I think that's an easier
Thing to do.
way to come back.
Because I agree. I could, like, you're up 3-1, but it's a whole different game. And no offense to Falcons, but it's like everything had to go wrong, or if you're a Patriots fan, right, for that to happen.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, there was no wiggle room. Like, Draymond had to get suspended. It's a different game. And it's still a collapse because you're favorite, but we've seen 3-1 comebacks before. It's just never in the finals. It happened that year. We've seen 3-1 comebacks before.
You talking about
No.
28-3 in the third quarter.
No. I was saying, I think
It's the opposite.
the 3-0 and the 3-1, it's harder to lose than just one game.
Oh, nah, I don't know.
And the NFL, and listen, that's definitely the worst NFL Super Bowl collapse ever as a Falcon fan. But what I'm saying is for you to be up 3-0, 3-1, all you need is one. That means that you were mentally shook for like 3 games, 3 and 4 games in a row. If you ever played sports, you be like, damn, how many great players do you see have a bad game? You know they come back the next game, like ready for vengeance, right? That means you were so in shock. And the biggest stage that you lost 3 and 4 times in a row after mentally destroying this team. If I had one bad game, the NFL is at any given moment, anything can happen. I get it, it's the worst thing you can do. But football is usually about like the moment. NBA, baseball, usually the best team wins. 9 times out of 10. The best team is going to win. That's just what it is. So I can't just say that it's the 23, even though I fucking cried on my own day.
Okay. One more. Back to Cat. I'm going to give you a little context. Swiss Beats and Timbaland are suing Triller for over like $30-some million for the verses. $28 million. Facts of Cat is verses as we know it done.
Bad. And I say that because they done signed certain rights and certain shit. So even if they want to say, "Oh, I'm taking this shit back," they can't just take this shit back and call it verses. There's a contract to sign. There's certain limitations that's put there, and that's why we haven't been getting some of the verses that we were supposed to be getting over the past month or two. Because the beef that they have with Triller, I heard they're not paying the artists off of certain shit that they was supposed to get. So it's like the niggas can't go and do the same shit and call it verses. They may come up with a new name or they may come up with a new type of thing, but it'll be too hard because I feel like it's gonna be a contract and it's gonna fuck up the contract.
I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. One, if the Thriller owns the rights to verses to put verses out, then it don't matter what the fuck the niggas mad about. Nigga, I keep putting it out there. Now, will somebody want some money? These old niggas who not making what these young niggas making on shows now, these young niggas making fucking, you see Young Thug getting sued for, he had a show doing 300,000. Imagine a motherfucking group like the Bone Thugs or some shit. Like they do shows, but I'm sure they're not making that type of money, but you come to Thriller, you gonna get a bag. Regardless. Contractually, that's why they have to sue, because them niggas is on some shit like, we don't have, they're saying they don't own them. I've seen that explanation. They say we already gave you millions, you ain't contractually need this for us to give you this. So I think you're looking at it as Tim and Swizz are owed this money. I don't know what's guilty or what's not. Now, mind you, it might be some people just on the strength of the relationships that maybe this is who they brought in or whatever it may be. But if you get a rapper, that bag is gonna make somebody come do verses. They don't care about if it's Tim or Swizz on that bitch. Now, do I think it's gonna take a hit? Yeah. Do I think it's over? No.
I think how we know it as being
the
cultural centric over. Sure. They already diversified. They have a Hispanic verses. Like a whole page.
I heard about that.
And they had a whole Hispanic thing. So it's Triller, man. They're into making money. They're not into anything else but making money. With all these advertising. And once Swizz and Tim are not creatively involved in it, it's not their IP anymore. What's stopping them from doing whatever the fuck they want?
It's gonna take if you take verses with Tim and Swizz, that takes verses off IG.
But what I'm saying is they sold it.
They sold the IG too.
Nigga, they sold.
IG is Triller.
Nigga, they don't have Instagram. Their partnership with Triller.
I thought the IP was still under their shit. Not.
No. And I said that a long time ago.
It's like selling you sell your masters, nigga. Whatever benefits come with the masters, they gotta go holler at the label now.
I feel like they were a part of it as far as making money off of it, but not owning it. Like they weren't running that shit. They weren't securing the sponsors for that shit. That's Triller. Yeah. They throw pay-per-view events, Jake Paul and all that shit.
I don't see nothing that says Triller on this shit right now.
On the Versus IG?
Yeah, I think they still on the IG.
But I doubt that.
I doubt. Let me see if I had anything else I wanted to say. I don't think so. So shit, man. Episode 107. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody watching. We're going to be out here next week. Next week on Friday.
Next Friday,
we're going to see y'all. I'll put up the promotion.